and TV show recaps. We review and read them too, as long as they're Black, Brian and Lamar hosting the show. Remain unbiased in case you don't know. Now you know. The number one competition is out to the imagination. If you don't know, now you know.
Disclaimer: no matter if we liked your movie, liked your show, or hated the show, or hated your movie, doesn't matter. We respect you, shout outs to you, and we support you. And we try to get everybody else to support you like we support you. Black on Black Prime, we stand on what we say, though.
And just like always, if you didn't ask for our opinion, we didn't ask you to listen to it. So, sorry.
Click and turn it off.
Hey, you sure you good?
As long as I don't ever see her face to face again, I ain't gonna trip on none of it.
You know, I just don't want to see you, lose it. You end up doing something that you can't come back from.
Please believe me, I'm very conscious of every decision I make. I don't trust your ass.
You didn't trust us this whole time?
By no means do I take disrespect lightly. Apologize for your very disrespectful question.
Apologize for what?
You gotta be fucking kidding me. You got 5 seconds, or it's gonna get a hell of a lot more uncomfortable than it already is in this motherfucker.
Yo. Ooh, yeah. Thanksgiving's coming up, so we're going to review a Thanksgiving movie.
Yeah.
It makes sense. What we're talking about is who made the potato
salad.
I'm a Latin now. Who made the potato salad?
You are Latin.
Yeah, a little bit. starring Jaleel White and the great Clifton Powell. And I don't know Rock's wife's name. What's her real name? You know her name?
No, but we're gonna say it because she's, she go back. She's done a lot of different things. I always get her and the Aunt Viv confused. So
how the fuck you do that?
I don't know. Like, every time I see them both, I'll be just like, ain't that Daphne Reed? I'm like, no, that's somebody totally different. So, who made the motherfucking potato salad? It's like if you see this movie or whatever with Steve Urkel on the cover, it's like if you didn't see it beforehand, like it was like you just finally seen it, you'd be like, nigga, I ain't watching this shit, nigga. Oh man. Anyway, man, who made the potato salad is it's a very hilarious movie. You have to give it a chance if you haven't. Like, you can't don't look at the cover.
I would say this though. I would say this though. It is a hood comedy. It is that. If you like hood comedies, you will like Who Made the Potato Salad.
Yeah, I was like, it's funny because it's like I didn't even see this as a hood comedy.
It is though.
I just saw it as a low budget ass movie that, so many of those like just dropped out of nowhere, like, early 2000s, to where it's just like things were just so different. Like nowadays it's like low budget is an extravaganza. It's like you can get a low budget movie, just turn on your TV, but it's like those would like actually be on DVD, or you would get a bootleg, man, or something like
find
that.
Them.
Right. So it's just like you see these movies for the first time, you're like, man, it's a good ass movie, but I wonder if it would have just been on Tubi right now, would it have been the same type of vibe, same feel?
I think for us it would. And I'm saying that because of how we feel about Hood Christmas.
Yeah.
So I think with us we would have we would have saw it for what it is, like how funny it is. And I say hood comedy because in comparison to this and This Christmas, how This Christmas is still a funny movie, but it's not hood funny. You get what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
So that's why I say it's a hood comedy. It's raw. It's funny and it's raw.
Yeah, definitely a movie that, like, I don't know, it was something about the feel of the movie. It was just like, it was funny, but it was also kind of like oh no, it was like goofy in a way or whatever. Like most of the dialogue was just like goofy, and in the background, it's like nothing about this movie, because at least some comedies, like, it's a comedy, but there's like a serious element to it somewhere. Like this whole movie was goofy from start to
it gives you the semi-serious element, semi-serious meet the parents element to it, but it's still hood goofy funny.
The songs in the background, like just all the extra shit. Just everything was like, when Debo came to the house and just sitting there, and it's just like you hear that music in the background, and that nigga was nigga, what? Say it, nigga.
Oh, nigga, Debo's hilarious in this. It just his audacity, and he's an asshole. And it's like, in that situation, what do you do? It's like if Debo is your girl's ex-boyfriend and you hella small, and this nigga just comes over and don't give a fuck that you there.
Nigga sat in between both of y'all.
Yeah, and was complimenting the shit out of her.
Yeah, he was just like, Jalil's over on the other side of him. Like, what the fuck? He was like, I've been thinking about you.
Yeah.
We're mad than a motherfucker, man.
That shit is fucking hilarious. It's just like, and then Clifton Powell being the daddy and being an ex-Panther who hates cops, and then Jaleel White being a cop. Like, the dynamic between those two is like, it's fucking ridiculous. And then he loves Eddie Griffin is her ex-boyfriend. This nigga's in jail for what 3 times murder. He's in there for life, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
But her daddy loves him because he was a Panther. Like, he loves him because he was one of the niggas for the struggle. So he's showing a tape that he sent home.
Ridiculous.
Talking about your girl. Talking about jacking off to her.
Nigga sitting there watching that tape with her dad and him, and everybody's just looking at it. He was like, nigga, remember Tiger, nigga? Remember I used to do this? You know what I mean? Style. I was that old nigga picking you up from school and shit. And I bust in the air, all them bitches ran. Like, and it was just the family just looking at it, just watching it. Like him low-key talking about their daughter, and Steve is just sitting there like,
yeah, that's not Steve.
I'm sorry. The nigga's name is Steve in the movie. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, nigga. That nigga. I think another thing that made this movie funny is Urkel's reactions to everything.
This nigga is not gonna stop calling him Urkel, y'all.
I'm not gonna stop. That's the reason why nigga mad.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Fuck it. Yeah, he Urkel.
That nigga Urkel, nigga. All his reactions in this movie, every time that nigga's driving, and he was just like, so what you do for a living, young blood? Oh, I'm a cop. What? Nigga, you a motherfucking pig? Steve Urkel. It's like the whole movie.
Hey, his reactions are priceless. Like his cut off guard moments are priceless.
Yeah. That shit had me dying the whole time, nigga. His eyes just keep getting big. Like, he was like, "We gonna talk." He start pointing. Oh man,
yeah. It's fucking hilarious.
Elements of this movie that make it funny without it even trying. They ain't got to tell a joke for the most part. It's
like the disrespect. So his Urkel's girl's sister is married to a nigga named Ray Ray, who's a trash man. This nigga's trying to fight the grandpa Ronaldo Ray the whole movie.
Yeah,
that trying to fight him, nigga, like talking shit. Yeah, he said, "I'll beat your big pasty ass," and Clifton Powell's egging him on like, "Fuck Ray Ray," like at the dinner table.
You call him a freckle-faced bitch. You freckle-faced bitch.
He said, "Your bitch, your freckle-faced bitch." This is a grandpa, nigga. He saying it in front of grandma. He saying it in front of everybody. Just talking shit.
Oh my god.
Nigga, D. Ray Davis is her brother. He like a street nigga, but he ain't. But he is. He's just weird.
Yeah.
Like this nigga runs into MC8 on the street. He think MC8 gonna shoot at him, so he tell Urkel to stay up while he leave. That nigga said, "Stay up," so the bullets go that way. Then he talked to MC8. He like, "Your mama still got them Glocks for sale?"
Like, she ain't got no more. Damn. I swear you just gotta watch this movie for the dialogue and just listen to every little thing. Like even when Urkel was riding in the car with that nigga and he was just like, nigga, you smoke, nigger? Like he just calling nigga a nigga, you smoke, nigger? What kind of nigga don't smoke? I don't trust you, man. He's like, what you do for a living and shit? He's like, just, yeah, I feel you. I be doing the same shit, like just sitting around doing nothing. You know what I mean? Like all of that is just, I don't know.
D-Ray is ridiculous.
Yeah.
D-Ray is fucking ridiculous. This whole movie is just ridiculous, man. It's if you like this, so some people are gonna watch this and be like, "What the fuck was they talking about?"
Yeah.
If you don't like hood comedies, I can understand you being like, "This was bullshit." Like, I compare this to, like I said, the Hood Christmas. I compare this to like the Luau, the old school Brian Hook movies. Like that type of comedy. It's hood funny. It's like Three Strikes hood funny. It's those type of comedies. If you like those type of comedies, you're gonna like this.
Yeah. And if
would you say a crossover between those two worlds would be Friday? Between hood comedy and like not so hood comedy.
Yeah.
That's the crossover, right? Perfect crossover is Friday.
Yeah, absolutely. Because Friday did have some, there was serious elements of it, but it was like very like, this movie was one camera off of being a low budget movie. Like, you know what I mean? Like this movie could have, if the wrong camera would have made this movie low budget, you know what I mean? It could have been something that you just saw on Tubi, but it's the right camera, the right director, you know what I mean? Everything about Friday was perfect. It's kind of the perfect comedy.
Right. So it's so when I say hood comedy, it's like the natural shit that's happening is hood shit, but it's hilarious to us. Yeah. There's nothing forced. This isn't a forced comedy. It's not like a say this line like this to get like we're talking about Jaleel White's reaction. He's reacting naturally, but we're dying. Yeah. Because it's like that's how we react. You'd be caught off guard, like nigga, nigga just say he's gonna shoot me. This nigga. Funniest scene in here that I had to rewind like 10 times is when Debo's in the house and he's talking to his girlfriend on the couch and she gets up to leave, so he turns to face Jaleel White and he's so aggressive, like he in his space. He's like, "What you do, nigga?" He's like, "What you do for a living?" And Jaleel like, he don't want to say it.
Yeah,
he don't want to say it because everybody hate cops. So Jaleel, Debo leaning like, what? He's like, say it so I can beat your ass. It's just like overly aggressive, nigga. It's not that serious, but it's hilarious.
Yeah.
So it's like you could tell they're not. It wasn't written like that. Nobody wrote that for Debo to be like, say what?
What? It was pretty much like he was Debo in the movie.
Yes.
Much.
It feels it when the writing is good. It feels like there's no script. Like they just talking.
Yeah. They probably told that nigga was just like, hey. What you did in Friday, just do right here.
Mm-hmm. Well, how would you react if you hated cops and this nigga's a cop? So it's like they give you all of those elements. It's everything is just not like when they was playing dominoes and Clifton Powell tried to fight the niggas when they was checking out his fight.
Talk about my wife and daughter, nigga. And niggas like she walk like this nigga sitting there talking like, you see that? She walk like her pussy ain't no good. The nigga Clifton Powell said, "That's my wife and daughter you talking about." That nigga, he was like, "Man, hey, I didn't know." Oh, and he get mad at Steve. Because
he didn't stand up for his daughter.
He was just like, "You just gonna let the motherfuckers talk about my goddamn daughter?" This nigga get up and start playing football with like some kids. That's one of my favorite parts. And nigga was just
the little boy from the one look like from Boys in the Hood. The little
my God. That was one of my favorite parts because it's stupid. Because it's like, oh yeah, I'll play with y'all. He was like, I'll play quarterback or whatever. He was no. At first he wasn't going to do it. He was like, "What? You scared?" So when they go over there, he was just like, "I'm gonna sack your motherfucking ass for sure." No, he said, "I'm gonna sack
your bitch ass for sure." And then again, Jaleel look around like, "What the fuck?" Like.
This nigga gets so mad at the nigga because he's low-key like sacking him or whatever. This nigga was like, fuck it. Like these little kids, I'm about to push these niggas over. And then you see his dad and niggas start chasing him around the whole fucking park. Yeah, he was like, "You fat ass bastard." As another, you never really hear Steve Urkel curse nothing. So it's like in this, when you say certain words, it's just funny. Like, fat bastard. I'm gonna sack your bitch ass for sure. Should have me dying, nigga. I'm like, whoa. This movie is hilarious.
My favorite scenes, like I said, is my favorite character is Ray Ray. Everything he say is funny. Like he just, it's just like so the name of the movie is Who Made the Potato Salad, and that's like the black rule: don't ever ask who made it. Yeah. So Jalil's stupid ass asked at the table like, who made the potato salad? Mm-hmm. And then so the sister made it. So she started going off, but the whole time you hear Ray underneath like, scoop nigga, because she like, scoop it on your plate and shut the fuck up. That nigga was like, scoop nigga.
Yeah, like some niggas, man, it's like they play them roles and it's like you never see him again. Like that nigga was hilarious. I don't know who that nigga is and what else he played in, but that nigga is comedy.
But that nigga is comedy. This nigga Jalil's a cop, but he don't eat pork. And so that's the running joke from Clifton Powell, like a pig that don't eat pig. And then the grandma made the hand with all those fucking
cloves.
All the clothes.
Yuck.
And she like, here, have some. Put it in his mouth. This nigga Ray was like, shoot, nigga, don't bullshit with it.
Clifton Powell was just like, have some of that ham. It got clothes in it. That nigga was looking around like, ain't nobody else eating that shit.
Oh, this movie is comedy, man.
Got Ronaldo Ray in this motherfucker.
That's the grandpa.
Yeah, the grandpa. Got Eddie Griffin. Even Gary Owen was in this movie as the cop in the beginning.
That wasn't Gary Owen. Oh, he was Gary Owen. Gary Owen and one of the niggas. He's some kind of Wayans. He related to them niggas somehow.
That nigga be in a lot of shit that's hella random.
And all the Wayans shit though. He always in it.
I don't know that nigga name though. Michael Collier's in this.
Yeah, the great Michael Collier. It's this shit is funny. Like I said, it's a good movie to watch around Thanksgiving because it's fucking hilarious. But if you like hood comedies, you'll think it's funny. If you don't like hood comedies, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Don't come back talking about that shit wasn't that funny. We don't give a fuck what you think.
Yeah, and if you like Meet the Parents, I feel like you'll like this. It's kind of the same story.
Brian said that, not me.
If you like Meet the Parents, you will like this. I feel like you should, because it's like if you like the story of Meet the Parents, right? It's like this guy that's trying to do everything he can to make the father want to accept him or whatever. That you'll do the most outlandish shit in order for it to happen, but it ends up going crazy. Mm-hmm. But that's pretty much what he did. Like it was just like literally one part of the movie, but it's kind of the same concept if you think about it. I think the person, Coke Daniels, which is the director, saw that movie and was just like, I want to do something like this. But
so
like,
the plot for sure is the same, but I wouldn't say if you like that, you'll like this. I don't think it's the same type of movie almost.
Well,
good comedy and
who are we talking to right
comedy.
now? I feel like we ain't talking to.
We're talking to black people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I ain't talking to.
I get why you're saying it. Then
yeah,
I get why you're saying it.
Yeah, if you like that type of film, I feel like this is just it, but it's just black. So
but
black comedy.
But also, there are certain black people that like that type of film and that don't like this type of comedy. There's black people that like Friends and don't like Living Single.
That's crazy. Doesn't make sense.
Right. I'm saying, but they exist.
That don't even make sense. We ain't talking to them people. If you like Friends and don't like Living Single, something wrong with you.
They exist.
Yeah,
it's
like
people that
like both. Like you like both, but being like, oh nigga, that shit was trash, and this was the one.
No, they won't say trash. They won't say trash. They just be like, nah, I didn't really watch it, or I wasn't really into it. So they ain't saying it's garbage, but they kind of like saying it's not for me. So I can see a lot of people who say I liked Meet the Parents and saying this ain't for me. That's why I say hood comedy. If you don't like Three Strikes, you're not gonna like this.
Well, yeah, that's definitely, because it's like if you don't like hood comedies, period. It's just like
that's what I mean.
It's probably not for you. Like my mom wouldn't like this movie. My mom's barely into comedy, but hood comedy she ain't fucking with me. So I was like, I wouldn't be like, Mom, check this out. She was like, this is ignorant.
Right.
She ain't gonna give it a chance.
My taste in movies like that.
She ain't gonna give it a chance. Like, this shit ignorant. The same thing with my wife. She ain't gonna give it a chance. Like, that's just
my wife wouldn't either. But that's what I'm saying. It's certain. Like my wife would think Three Strikes is hilarious. I don't know. I don't think I've watched this movie with her. Maybe I'll watch it with her and see if she laughs. But she might laugh off my laughter though.
Yeah, I threw this on in the house one day. She told me, she was like, nah. She was like, I can't do it. She was like, I don't know how you doing it. I like, it's just comedy. You just I was watching, this ain't got nothing to do with the movie. I was watching JD's Revenge on Thursday.
Why are you watching JD's?
Because that shit is hilarious to me, bro. I think it's a good movie. I like the concept of the movie, and I'm watching that shit, just checking it out. She walk in the door, and I'm just into it. She's like, she's like, you really into this, ain't you? I'm just like, it's good. It's good. It's a good movie. That nigga. You seen JD's Revenge, right?
I've only seen parts of it. I've never seen it fully through.
That's a good movie.
I need to. I always wanted to watch it. I never did. But I've seen the parts I've seen of it is hilarious. This nigga's an asshole.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Man. I quote it without cause you're fucking with the ace. Like that's the coldest shit.
There's a part where he just like starts cracking, and this is just like I said, it ain't got nothing to do with who made the potato salad, but he slaps his woman, he pushes her out of the house, right? And this nigga just starts cracking up like he's in between being possessed and himself, so he's like crying, and then he would just like, stupid bitch, silly asshole. And he walks out the room. It was like, I don't know, he was perfect for this role. Like his faces make the movie for me. I was just like, we got to review that one day.
Is this on Tubi?
I don't think so. Nah.
Where'd you watch it at?
Superbox.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Oh, it's like the little, like a little fire, like the fire stick, but the box.
Yeah.
Where
at though? Where'd you watch it? On the Superbox. What app did you use?
Oh, it's called Blue VOD. It's like a part of the box. It's like it just got all the movies on it. It's like whatever you type in, cause some shit come up.
I could probably put it on my Fire Stick.
Yeah.
It's called Blue VOD.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I get it. Blue Video on Demand.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man. Who made the potato salad, man? Like we said, hood comedy, classic hood comedy, in our opinion. If you like hood comedies, you'll love this. I'll say that.
Yeah. I can say that. I get what you're saying. Just like if you like Meet the Parents, it's just the concept of it, but you might watch that movie and be just like, this ain't got nothing to do with Meet the Parents. It's like it's not the same type of comedy as Meet.
It's not, because Meet the Parents, I laughed for sure, but Who Made the Potato Salad, I was busting the gut. Like,
yeah, it's definitely
a different type of comedy for me.
Different flavor of comedy. For
yes. And like I said, Meet the Parents is still hilarious to me, but it's not as funny as this to me. This is more personal funny to me, I guess.
And you put you can't switch characters, or can you? Like, how would that look? You put Ben Stiller in that situation.
In this one?
Yeah. Like he's the white boyfriend of the daughter. I think it still be funny.
I think it still be funny as fuck. I think it'll still be funny as fuck.
And you could put Jaleel in the other one. I think it's funny because Robert De Niro be just like, he's a black nigga or whatever in my house. So I think it'll still work.
I think it still works because Ben Stiller is still funny to me. So it's still, his reactions to shit happening will still be the same for me. It'll still be funny.
Yeah, because he reacts just like how Jaleel was. Like that nigga was getting on him for smoking weed or whatever. He was like, I bet you would, Panama Red niggas did.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
Well, that nigga set the house on fire and dove to the window. He did some stupid shit in that movie too.
Yeah.
So they both hilarious. Yeah, if you trade the places with them, it's gonna be as funny as it is to me.
Yeah. But we don't rate these, so it's a good ass movie. Check it out if you haven't.
Yeah. Oh shit.
What?
This is another flashback.
Yep.
Friday.
We almost did forget that shit. We was just doing it. This is a flashback.
It's a great, like I said, it's a great Thanksgiving movie to me. It's one of the classic Thanksgiving movies.
Right.
Anyways, like, share, subscribe, talk back, wherever. If you did, let us know below how y'all feel about this movie. If you watched it, if you don't think it was funny, you don't even have to comment. We get it. We don't need you to say this shit wasn't even that funny.
About to give a fuck.
But
peace.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube and Spotify and follow us on IG and TikTok.